we just are doing the coin toss. We lost the toss. That means that AJ and Matt are going to break. AJ is breaking first, so he puts down 3 balls, the 1, the 4, and the 8. Monster break. Matt opts to take ball in hand, and he puts down the 2. Good position for the 3. AJ uses 3 rails to come around for the 5. Matt sinks the 5. 1 railer back up. Gets good position on the 6. AJ gives it a little bottom. Gets a good angle on the 7. Matt misses it just by a little bit. So 7 balls down. That gives a score of 7 to Matt and AJ. Alright, first rack for Dante and Branden. Branden to break. Branden lays down a monster break, sinks the 1 ball and the 3 ball. 2 balls set up nicely. Dante opts to take ball in hand. Puts down the 2. Draws it back just slightly. Branden hits the 4, bumps the 5 into a better position. Dante hits it. Uses the rail to come back out. And Branden unfortunately overcuts the ball. The score is 5-7 with Matt and AJ leading. Rack number 2, AJ again starting with the break, another monster break, sinks in the 4 ball. Little tester between the 5 and the 8. Matt decides to shoot with ball in hand to the 1. Gets good position for AJ. AJ runs it forward a little bit. Matt puts in the 3 into the side, comes around. Gives AJ a nice little window. 6 ball goes down. Definitely gives AJ a tester cut. No problem for AJ. And Matt has a decent cut, but unfortunately overcuts it. Again, another nice 7 points for Matt and AJ, which gives them a total of 14. Rack number 2 for Dante and Branden. Dante the break. He puts up a monster break. The 3 and the 6 go into the pocket. Unfortunately, the 2 gets between the cue ball and the 1 ball. Branden opts to take ball in hand. Uses the rail to get close to the 2 ball. A little too close. Dante definitely has a tester here. Puts a little bit of bottom, but unfortunately does not get good shape on the 4 ball. Branden opts to do the carom off the 4 into the 9. And the 9 does not go, which leaves 5 balls on the table. Gives Dante and Branden a score of 9 total. AJ to break. AJ puts up another monster break. Good spread. 4 ball goes down. 1 ball presents itself, but Matt opts to take ball in hand, so they're shooting for 9. Matt shoots it with a little bit of forward roll to it, sets AJ up for the side shot on the 2. AJ draws it back just slightly. Matt comes up to the 3, stop shots the 3, so AJ can shoot the 5 ball into the side pocket. AJ lets it roll just a little bit. Matt comes up. He tries to use the rail to come back out for the 7, but unfortunately he gets a little sideways on the 7. AJ has to get creative here. AJ hits a 2 rail to the corner, unfortunately does not make it. That gives them a total point of 6, which a grand total for their overall point to 20. So now it's 20-9 at the beginning of the 3rd rack. Branden to break the 3rd rack. Branden puts another monster break. 2 ball goes down. 1 ball sits in a good position for Dante. Dante plays it as it lies. They're playing for 11. Gets a little too straight on the 3 ball. Branden puts his best efforts into making the 3 ball, but unfortunately does not get the best shape for the 4 ball. Dante tries a wild shot and hopes to make something. Unfortunately, nothing finds a hole. That gives him a total of 3 points. The points now are 12 to 20. Matt and AJ lead. Starting rack number 4, Matt is opting to break. The score is 12 to 24. Matt puts a pretty good break down. He is able to sink in the 2, the 4, and the 8. 1 sits up pretty nice. AJ opts to play as it lies. They're playing for 11. Matt comes up to the table and decides to try to play a carom off the 3 to knock in the 5. Unfortunately, things did not go the way he planned. So they only got 4 points on that rack. Gives them a grand total of 24. So now the score is 12 to 24. Going into rack number 4, Dante is to break. Dante breaks it. 1 ball goes down, but unfortunately also scratches. Branden takes ball in hand, playing for 9. Branden shoots the 2 ball with a little bit of rolling forward cue ball. Sets up very nicely for the 3 ball for Dante. Dante comes back out into the middle of the table. Branden shoots the 4 ball into the side pocket. Definitely gets a tester for Dante. Dante opts to try to cut it but miscues and ends up making it look like a bank, but leaves terrible lead for the 6 if he would have made it. That gives him a total of 4 points, which moves the score up to 16 to 24. Starting rack number 5, AJ is to break. AJ gives another good break, sinks in the 2 and the 4. Cue ball's a little too close to the 1, so Matt opts to take ball in hand. With a little bit of forward roll, gets good position on the 3. AJ comes up, shoots nice and soft for the 3 ball coming off the rail. Gives AJ a good opportunity to break out the 8 and 6. Unfortunately, he puts a little too much mustard on this one and misses the whole cluster. AJ has to get creative. AJ is looking to come off the 7 into the side, but unfortunately scratches and overcuts the 6 ball. Gives him a total points of 5. Now the score is 16 to 29. Going into the 5th rack, Branden to break. Current score 16 to 29. Branden puts up a very good break. The 3 and the 7 go down. 1 ball sitting nicely. Dante opts to play for 11. Floats it forward just a little bit. Gives a good look for Branden on the 2 ball. Uses the rail to come back up. Definitely a tester to get shape on the 5. Good shot by Dante. Branden makes a good play on the 5 ball into the corner. Unfortunately, does not get enough roll. Dante has to play the combo. And unfortunately, Dante misses the combo, which gives him a score of 6 points for the rack. Total score 22 to 29 with Matt and AJ leading. I just want to say thank you for watching. This concludes part 1 of the Scotch doubles match between AJ and Matt against Dante and my son Branden. Just wanted to remind you guys that we have a invitational local cup coming up on the 20th of February. Don't forget to chime in and watch that. That should be pretty exciting. Thank you, everyone. Have a safe day and hope to see you on the table.
You got to get some time to get in stroke with each other.
Yep, and for those of you out in watching the stream, this was a Matt Summers and AJ Talley. Okay, we'll
like tally mark.
Oh, okay. We'll just call you Andrew. So now,
Jesus fucking Christ.
A little side joke there. They're gonna go for solids. That's nice. Obviously, I'm the weak link here. That's good. It's starting to snow again.